Why, hello there. Okay, so it has been like a year and a half since I last video journaled. I know I'm the only one that watches these, but like, I don't know. I dropped off because I started dating Nathan. Don't do that. And yeah, things got serious. Oh my god. I didn't have a ton to like talk about on my drives to work much anymore. Okay, fine. And I quit the maid company, so I didn't have that. Stupid. A leaf just flew onto the hood of my car. That was fun. So I don't have the like 45-minute drives to work anymore. God, I don't miss those. So, okay, the last time I think I talked to you was November 2019. It is now, oh my god, what day are we doing? It's June 4th, 2021. Fuck! So, me and Nathan have been dating for the past year and a half. Yesterday was our year and a half anniversary. It's great. I'm stretching my ears. I'm already up to a 2 gauge on this ear. This ear I had to like take out and let heal because it got infected. That wasn't good. What else has happened? Me and Nathan lived together in, oh god, I was living in Soulard the last time I talked to you guys. You guys, I don't have viewers. This is a personal diary. The last time I videoed, I was living in Soulard with Emily and John. That living situation crashed and burned. Me and Emily are no longer friends. I'm still friends with Lauren and stuff, like on Facebook, but like, there's a good chance I'm probably never gonna see any of them again, which is like fine. I guess it was definitely like a friendship of opportunity? No, what's the word? The word of like truly we were just friends because I lived in that apartment, you know? And they're great people, you know? I actually really do miss them. Everybody besides Emily. Emily can suck my dick. Alright, where do we start? So, I was living in Soulard, and when me and Nathan started dating, it was a Friday night, and her and John I have Hannah. Her and John were taking a like impromptu like trip. I can't even remember where they were going, like Florida maybe. But so Emily had me watch her dog. She had me watch the dogs, and I was in this new relationship, and me and Nathan had already had plans, and so I checked on the dogs in the morning before I left, and then instead of going home to Soulard and then going up to Alton, Illinois to meet Nathan, I just went straight from work to meet Nathan and didn't check on the dogs till the next morning. And Emily did not like that. And like, I'm not saying I was in the right at all. Like, not in the slightest. I very much shouldn't have done that. But like, the way she ended our friendship over it, like, you're kind of overreacting. Like, dogs will be fine for 18 hours. They had food, they had water. They just needed to be let out. It's 100% my fault, but just like, she overreacted. I know they're her babies, but like, whatever. Fucking over it. And like, I guess I wouldn't do that to my dogs, but I don't fucking have dogs. And you weren't paying me to watch your stupid dogs. You just assumed that I would because I lived there. And like, she would get so mad at me for not doing the dishes that she would have to do the dishes all the time. Oh, that's so crazy because I have to walk your fucking dogs all the time. Dogs that aren't fucking mine. Oh, boo-hoo, you had to wash my dishes. Meh. Fucking take care of your dogs by yourself. On your own. And then fucking talk to me about the dishes. Like, I'm not gonna paint myself as some fucking saint, because I'm not. But she was a fucking asshole, she knows that. But it was doomed from the start. So in a like, hey, I really want to save this friendship, so I'm gonna move out and like get a new apartment by myself, move into like a studio, because I really want to save this friendship. And she agreed with me, and we had like just fresh come off the fight. It seemed like everything was like kind of okay, and then I moved out and she dropped me. She deleted me on Facebook, she blocked me. It was like, okay, yeah, that hurt. But I moved into this little studio apartment up in U City, like right off Del Mar, super close to the Loop. And I hated it. It sucked. Like it was really cool at first, because I was like, oh my god, I'm in my own little studio apartment. It was like nice. It was the first and only time I've ever lived in an apartment by myself, and like it was my own space. And then a couple months later, Nathan moved in, which is fine, but it was my first little apartment. And let's see, the building was infested with cockroaches. Like just a couple weeks of living there, the toilet like overflowed with sewage while I was at work, as well as the tub didn't overflow, but it like filled up a little bit with black sewage. And so I had to have the fucking maintenance guys come and clean that up. That was a good time. And they took my towels. They used my towels that were on the floor to soak up the bleach, and like they cleaned it with bleach, and then threw my towels away. Didn't like let me wash them, because they were good ass towels. It was fucking garbage. I am not being behind these people. So that was a really good time, and I got to live with Nathan for the weekend. That was the only good thing that came out of that. What else? Oh yeah, the locks on the windows didn't work because it was such an old building, and I got robbed, like real bad. So they took my Switch, they took my iPad. They didn't take Nathan's Switch. His Switch was in the dock, and they didn't see it. They just took mine that was just like sitting like on the TV console. They took both my laptops. So all of the pictures from high school. Thank God I put all my high school pictures on a flash drive. Or not high school. I think I lost all the high school ones, but like all my college photos, the ones that were on the computer that I don't think are on my phone. I might have them on my phone. I'm not positive, but I took I took all those pictures and put them on a flash drive. Very, very smart of me, because I then ended up losing all of my pictures and shit to this robbery, and it sucked. They also took, so Samantha was in town that day, and they also took Samantha's laptop, her like MacBook for work, and they took her computer, and then of course, because it's a school issued laptop, they don't have like tracking or nothing. So the guy got completely off scot-free. I filed a police report. The police, or the cop yelled at me because I didn't have Missouri plates, and I've been living in Missouri longer than a year. Like, fuck you. I just got robbed, and you're giving me a lecture about getting my license plates changed over? Fuck you. And they broke my TV. Yeah, they I guess tried to take it and then pressed their thumb too hard on the screen and smashed it. And so they just left it. That was a good time. So I didn't have any electronics for a while. As soon as that was May of last year, so it was over a year ago. Nathan moved in September, and so I got to share his Switch. What sucks about my Switch being stolen was that I lost my Breath of the Wild progress, I lost my Animal Crossing Island, I had Mario Kart on my Switch. Nathan doesn't have Mario Kart. We have to buy Mario Kart again if we want it. Why's your hand out the window? Fucking, I'm not letting you over if that's what you think that. No. We had this cute co-op puzzle game that we played. And we lost that because that was in the actual game was in my Switch. I lost all my fucking progress, and that was the worst. It was the fucking worst thing that's ever happened to me. Because it was so scary, and I was fucking traumatized for months. I was traumatized until I left that apartment. Fuck that apartment. I also left that pile of pictures that I had on the wall at my Ashburn apartment, that pile of pictures was in the top of my, like, I put it on the top shelf of my closet, and I forgot to check the top shelf when I moved, and I still had my key, like, a couple days after we moved, when I realized that my pictures were still there, were still there. So I texted the leasing, or I emailed the leasing company. Of course I didn't get a reply, because Smart Rentals is trash. And I actually still had the key, and so I went back into the building one day after when I worked at. So I used to work at Sunshine Daydream. And oh my god, I'm so pissed with all these cars. Come on, move! I'm on my period. It's a good time. But so I went back in to the apartment and like tried to like get the pictures because my key still worked, like I still had the code to the building, it was fine, but of course nothing was there. But I got my security deposit back, which was cool. That's the only reason the Smart Rentals isn't trash, is that they actually gave me my security deposit back. Because I fucking cleaned that bitch. That apartment was clean. That was nice. They charged me when I moved out, because I stayed the full year because I'm good. So like it used to be Got Properties, and then it was Smart Rentals because they changed leasing companies. I stayed my lease even though that place was literal hell, and I so many fucking things to break my lease. But I stayed there the full year, and we needed like 6 days. 6 fucking days extra in that apartment, like over the first of the month. And I said, hey, Smart Rentals, can I pay you a prorated rate to stay those extra 6 days? And they said, no, you have to pay us a full month's rent. So I had to. That was a really good time. I probably could have gotten away with it with like the I don't even know what it is, but like because of COVID, the leasing something, or like they can't evict you because it's it's COVID times and blah blah blah. They can't evict you. I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but I definitely have to focus more on this drive than I did on the drive to the main job. Okay, is this truck? Oh, good. They're having a nice, just a slow off. Well, I'm gonna get in front of this truck because I hate him. So, but yeah. So now we live in South City, which is cool. We live off of Gravois and Hampton. It's a nice little area. I really like it. I need like lots. I'm in like a stressful. No, okay. This isn't a diarrhea. This is catching up. This is previously on. Let's see. So while I lived in the Del Mar apartment, I worked at the maid company moved in March, like 3 or 4 more months. And then I decided to quit. Finally got out of there after almost a year. I started a job. So like the job that like got me to quit, which like they hired me and I was like, all right, I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in. Was it was Tri-State Water, Power, and Air, and they really didn't like say a ton about the job position like in the listing on Indeed. So I had I did a video interview outside of a QT on the lunch break at the maid company. But she basically just like, she didn't really say accurately what the job was, but I was gonna be on behalf of Tri-State Water, Power, and Air. I was gonna be working in a Home Depot. I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. So what the job turned out to be was go around Home Depot with your Tri-State Water, Power, and Air Home Depot Home Services apron on and just ask people for their information. So it was basically I'd go up to them and like try to help them and be a Home Depot employee. And then once they found what they were looking for, I'd be like, hey, do you guys have water treatment at your house? And then I'd ask them those questions and then get their information, like get their phone number, their email, their name, and then like how many people live in their house, what kind of water do they use? They use well water, do they use filtered, get like their information, and then they would be entered in to win a like $50 Home Depot gift card, something like that. that was it. I was just walking around and fucking getting survey information from people. It was a fucking sales job in disguise, and it was the worst job ever. I did it for 2 days and I quit. I did it for 1 day, came home and cried my eyes out. Came home to Nathan and cried my fucking eyes out because I hated it so much. And then the second day I went back and I only made it till like 1 o'clock. And then I called my manager and was like, hey, this job is not what I thought it was going to be. I cannot do this anymore. I'm going to finish out my day. I'll finish out the day, but I can't do this anymore. I'm not coming back. And so she said, okay. And then I didn't make it 10 more minutes. And I was like, I just quit. I'm not going to fucking stay here. And so I did what I had to do and did my end of day stuff. And then I drove down because their office is in Fenton. I drove down to their office and dropped off my apron and my clipboard and was like, fuck that. And so the only reason I let myself quit was because I was actively reading Indeed all that morning, and I decided to start doing DoorDash. And so the only reason I let myself quit was because DoorDash, I got approved, and so I was going to start dashing. And so that's the reason I let myself quit. And I went to Nathan the next day, and I was like, so don't be mad at me. And he's like, why? And I was like, I quit. I hate that job. I can't do it. I'm not going to stay in a job that I fucking despise. No, thank you. So that was a good time. And so I did DoorDash for maybe a couple of weeks on its own, and did okay, but then I of course I wanted to get another job as well, and do DoorDash for extra cash. And so I started working at Sunshine Daydream, and it was great, and I made lots of friends, probably friends that I'm never going to see again, because it's the friends of opportunity. We were friends at the job, probably won't be great friends outside of the job. We text each other, not text each other, but I texted Matt on his birthday and said, hey, happy birthday, you're such a great friend, I can't wait to hang out with you again. And then they're busy with their own lives, I'm not gonna bother them. Also, Sage can't drive and lives all the way in U City. I'm not gonna go out of my way to go visit her. But so there was definitely just good friends there. My manager Melina was really cool. This girl Hayden was super sick. I made some good friends there, but then just I couldn't handle the $11 an hour of just sitting on my ass doing nothing all day. Okay, what is going on? I can't. So I really didn't like of course I love that store. They've got some awesome stuff. It's no Earthbound. But so I quit there and I started working at a place called Atlas 46, and that's where I'm on my way to now. I'm just a customer service rep in the main store, but it's a company that makes work gear and clothes for tradesmen and carpenters and stuff, work belts and tool belts and work bags and pants and all that. And so it's a cool company, and I basically just answer emails and phones all day, which I absolutely have no problem with. I actually really like it. The drive isn't that bad. It's just 20 minutes up and down Broadway. It's really not that bad. I have my own MacBook. My first day that I walked in, they were like, hey, new girl, here's your MacBook. I was like, oh, okay. But it was awesome. And I haven't made friends, but I've really good acquaintances with my coworkers. So that's nice. Everybody's super cool. It's a super relaxed environment. It's not very uppity at all. It's really great. I really like it. I like where me and Nathan are at. We're in a really good spot. We're doing really good. I started therapy, or I tried to, on BetterHelp, and I just have not had luck finding a good fit. Because the first counselor, I'm almost at work, but the first counselor I talked to, I literally said, she's like, what do you want from therapy? And I was like, I just want to spew out my brain and have somebody help me organize it. And she's like, well, I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try. And I was like, okay, next. And so I found somebody else. Her name was Andrea. She was really cool. She's very like fast talky and like ADHD like I am, and it was great. We definitely like matched on that portion. But she was very unreliable and couldn't make our sessions a lot of the times, and was either late or canceled a lot of our sessions, and then we'd have to reschedule. And then when she did show up to our sessions, the first like 10 solid minutes was just her like, oh well, my family's doing this and I'm doing this and my hobby's this and blah blah blah. It's like, that's awesome. I'm paying you to talk about me. Why are we talking about you? And that should make me mad. And so I had to get a new counselor. And so now I have a counselor named Angela, and she's super nice. She's super nice. But she's like, and I really like her philosophy of like, I'm gonna let you lead the sessions, and which is like super cool. Like, I don't want you like talking over me or like, trying to lead the conversation in a way that's like towards you or towards anything that I don't want to talk about. But also like, I'm paying you to talk to me. Like, I'm not paying you so that I can just talk at you. Like I want that conversation, that back and forth. Like, once I finish, once you ask me something or like say something and I have a big long spiel about it, because that's what I always do. I have big long spiels about stuff like this. After the big long spiel, I want you to ask me more questions. Ask me questions pertaining to what I just said. Let me know you were listening, or ask me more questions about just fucking talk to me. Don't just like be like, cool. So what else did you do this weekend? It's like, no, fuck it. I obviously was just talking about something I obviously need to talk about. So let's go on that. Like, it's, so I don't love her great, but I sent her a PDF of my clinical, the ADHD, like the testing I did in college. So hopefully she'll have answers for me with that. And then I think after that I'll probably get another counselor. So that's previously on. I definitely am not going to start doing like 2 of these a day. Like, that was silly and a stupid goal. But I definitely do want to start doing these, because I really do like having a diary. But writing is hard. So I'm gonna try to do these like maybe like once a week. I'm gonna need to upload the last ones. I still haven't uploaded the last ones. But yeah, here's where my life's at. I think we're doing okay. Kind of in a rut right now, but I think we're doing okay. All right.